guys, and welcome back to my channel. And today's video is going to be a Valentine's Day inspired look: half cut crease, chunky glitter, big lashes, defined brows. What's that I love about that? So I put this video on social media I think about 2 weeks ago or so, and the response I got in this look was crazy, and I didn't even think that it was that good. So it's been highly requested for me to make a tutorial on it, so I thought I'm free today, so why not do it. So I have basically just used the Anastasia Beverly Modern Renaissance palette to create this whole look, and it is the perfect look to create your Valentine's Day inspired look, makeup look. So yes, I have also used various ranges of the Ciara Daly Makeup Brushes. They are absolutely fab. I will leave those in the description box below, the link to her webpage in the description box below, so you guys can go and purchase them. And yeah, so if you want to see how I created this makeup look, then just keep on watching. So what a nice way to start off a tutorial. Yeah, my camera cut off as soon as I was doing my transition colour and starting to build up my crease colour. Yeah, nice one. So anyway, what I use for my transition, I actually mixed 2 colours together from the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette. I used the raw sienna and the burnt orange shade, and just applied that all over my crease. And I used the base blending brush from the Ciara Daly Phoenix collection, and then I went in with the Relgar shade all over my crease, and that's also from the Modern Renaissance palette. And then I went in with the shadow accent brush also from the Ciara Daly Phoenix collection. So now I'm going underneath my eye, and I'm just using that Relgar shade again from the Modern Renaissance palette, and I am going to use the socket blending brush also from that Ciara Daly Phoenix collection, and I'm just taking that all under my under eye. And you don't have to do this if you are already used to doing the tops of your eyes first and then going underneath, but I prefer, for my own personal preference, I like to, whenever I'm doing a rounded smoky eye, I like it to be as rounded and as symmetrical as possible to the other eye. So I would always start building up my under eye along with my lids. I like taking it step by step. So I would go from the top and then to the bottom, back to the top, back, then under the bottom till the bottom again. I don't like doing the top first and then the bottom if I'm doing a smoky eye, like if I do the bottom afterwards. Just personal preference, but if you do that, then that is totally up to you. So I'm just blending that all under and then taking it right up into the crease. And just I'm looking forward into my mirror, as you can see, and I'm just bringing that right in, starting to deepen that up. And I'm just going to continue to do this until I am happy with the eye. Nextly, what I'm going to do is I am going to go back into that Modern Renaissance palette, and I am going to take the shade Love Letter and Venetian Red, and just so that same socket blending brush from the Phoenix collection, and I'm just mixing those shades both together, tapping the excess off, and we're going to start to deepen up this crease. So just looking straight again and starting from the middle, and just using window wiper movements or motions as you will call it, and I'm just going back and forth, and I'm just starting to really deepen up this crease. And now what I'm doing is just whatever's left of my brush, I'm going to start taking it round down to the under eye area. And I'm just looking straight forward. I'm just going to keep repeating that process until I'm happy. And now I'm going back in with that Relgar shade from the Modern Valentines palette, and I'm just going back on that shadow accent brush, and I am going to just start blending over the top of those two colours that we mixed together previous, just making sure everything is seamlessly blended and how I want it to be sitting to my own taste. I'm just blending it all together. You always want to go back and forth with the previous colours you use once you start darkening it up, because sooner or later you're gonna lose those colours whenever you go into your darker shades. So you want to go back in and make sure everything is blending seamlessly together rather than looking like a big chunk. And then I come back in with that base blending brush. I'm just going to take that raw sienna and burnt orange shade, just one wee dab, tap the excess off, and just go over everything. And once I get to the ends, I'm just going to flick ever so slightly. And you have something like this. And next what I'm going to do is I'm going in with that Venetian Red and Love Letter again on the Ciara blending brush, and I am just taking that on my under eye area. Some people always say, like, do you do your eyes first or do you do your face first? It's all down to your own taste. Normally I would do my eyes first and then my face, but because I'd already had my foundation on the day, I decided then there's no point wiping it all off to do it again. So I have had it set all day, so if I have any fallout, I will just lift up a wee brush and just flick it away. It won't stick to my face because my face has already been set with powders and stuff. So yeah, I'm just blending this all in, and you'll always see me throughout the video just going back and forth from under and then round the socket of my eye. Just because we're doing a rounded smoky eye, you want it to be as rounded as possible. So you want it to look the same on the bottom as it does on the top, so they both meet. Camera's like not picking up the actual nice colour of it. So I'm now going in with Makeup Geek's Bitten, and it's just like a darker pinky reddy colour, almost like a berry red or a burgundy as you would call it. And I'm just repeating the same process, and I'm just really starting to deepen up that crease. I want most of my colours to focus on the redness, like the reddy tones and stuff like that. I'm not going to put much dark colours in. As you can tell, I don't have much darkness. Just a tiny wee bit of brown on the outer corner and eyeliner, and that's it. Always remember, just make sure you've deepened up your inner corners as much as you have on the rest of your eyes. And you always see me going back and forth with the lighter colours and making sure everything's blended perfectly. So just come back in that Relgar colour from the Modern Valentines palette with the shadow accent brush, and just making sure everything is fading nicely together. Then come back in with base blending brush from the Phoenix collection, and just took a wee teeny bit of the raw sienna and burnt orange from the Modern Valentines palette also, and just blending that all together. So I'm now going back in with that Ciara blending brush, and I'm taking the shade Cypress Umber, which has hit pan terribly, as you can tell, and I'm just going to take a wee nip of this, and we're going to start to deepen up the outer corners of your eyes. So I don't really take my dark colours straight in to the inner corner. Like I says, you want your shadows to be as strong on the inner corner as much as they are on the outer corner, because you're creating a cut crease. I don't mean that whenever we're doing dark colours like browns and your blacks, because it's just gonna look awful. So we're just focusing on the actual darkest of the darker colours on the outer corner, and I'm just gonna keep building that up until I'm happy with the outcome. You can use as little or as much as you want to. It's all down to your own taste. So now that I am totally satisfied and happy with how the lids of my eye looks like so far, I'm now going to start carving out my crease, and I'm going to be taking the flat brush from the Bizarre Duo collection from Ciara Daly. These are amazing. So just going in with the Kevyn Aquan Skin Enhancer in the shade SX02, and this is really high in pigment, guys, so you don't need that much. As you can tell, a little bit of this product goes a long way. So what I do with my crease, and this is what I think most people struggle with, is that they go in straight away and try and carve out a line. What you need to do is just take the excess of the concealer that you're using off on the back of your hand and just start pushing into your sockets like so. Just pushing in and just starting to create your wee base before you actually carve out your crease. And what I like to do is I like to bring it, especially when I'm doing like a really dramatic sort of like cut crease, I like to take the concealer right into my inner corner, and we're going to blend that out after, just so you have a background, like a nice background to stick pigments to. It's going to really intensify, especially when you put your concealer on, because I find whenever you put a pigment on over a concealer, it really intensifies it more rather than not having a base on. I don't know why I said background, but like a base. So just keep creating your shape until you're truly satisfied with it, and then you start to colour it in and blend it in. So because it's a half cut crease, I only take it to the actual centre of my crease, and I don't take it the full way. And once I have stopped around about here, this is when I start to blend it all in. So I'm going to start dragging it downwards now onto the lids. And don't be worrying if you think that it looks a wee bit pink, because mine looks a wee bit pink, because you're going to put a pigment on over the top of that anyway, and that's gonna change it. So just continue to do that until you're fully satisfied with how it is. So now I'm fully satisfied, I'm just going to start to blend that. I've already started halfway, but whenever I get into my inner corners, I blend it right in, and then just starting to blend over the top. Just make sure that it's as neat as possible. I find when some people do cut creases that they tend to leave it halfway and don't blend it into the actual eyeshadow. So that's a mistake that some people make, because they don't blend it into the eyeshadow properly. You want it to blend seamlessly, so it's fading into nothing. Something like this. Now that I'm happy with that, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take another one of Ciara's brushes, and this is the smudger brush, and I'm just going to take a wee teeny bit of translucent powder, and I'm just going to set that crease, just so if we put any shadows or pigments or whatever on over the top of it, that it's not going to crease throughout the day on you. Then I'm going to go in with Ciara's lip brush from the Bizarre Duo collection, and I am going to take a bit of MAC Vanilla pigment, and I'm going to put that all over my lids, and this is just going to be a base before we put our glitter on. So I'm just going to apply that all over the lid. And when I get to the tail end of where we've actually blended our crease out, I like to take a wee tiny bit of that pigment, just whatever's left on my brush, and just blend it into the eyeshadow. Then I go back in with my socket blending brush and just whatever is left on the brush, I'm just tapping all the excess off because I don't want it to be too opaque, and I'm just blending that round. And just making sure everything is blending in together and it's not going to look like it's blocked and cakey looking, or however you like to call it. Another thing that I think people struggle with is whenever they're putting glitters on, especially chunky glitters, that they put the glitter on first and the eyeliner after, and then the eyeliner ends up looking very chunky and very like messy. This is a top tip. The brush that I'm using for this is I am using the brow brush from the Divas collection, from Ciara's brush collection also, and I am just going to put my eyeliner on first. The reason being, you put your eyeliner on first and that way it's sitting seamlessly and it's sitting perfectly, and then you can put your glitter glue on at the top and then stick your glitter on after, and you don't have to worry about your eyeliner looking too chunky or too thick or whatever. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. The eyeliner I'm using is the Rimmel London gel liner, black gel liner. You could just leave your eye makeup just like this, but because I like to go a bit extra, I have to have a wee bit of glitter on it. So I've already went ahead and put some glitter glue on, and the glitter that I'm using is the Dust and Dance in Red Dragon. Isn't that just gorgeous? Oh, just went and spilled half of it. So I'm just going to apply that all over my lids. I'm not going to put too much on because it is a chunky glitter. I still want to see the nice pigment that we'll have on underneath. And the brush I'm using is that flat brush again from the Desire Duo collection. Doesn't really matter if the glitter's not sitting identical to all the other shade, because it's just a wee bit of fun to add a wee bit of extra oomph to the eye makeup. And as you can see, doesn't that look so much better once you've did your eyeliner first rather than doing it afterwards? It's just a personal preference. I think that it looks so much better, especially with the chunky glitter. It can go either messy or very messy. So I have already went ahead and put some mascara on and popped some lashes on, and the lashes that I'm using are the Tatti lashes in the style TL3, I think. Yes, TL3. And what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to go back in with that same flat brush and I'm going to apply some highlight to my inner corners. And the highlight that I'm using is the Inglot Body Sparkles in 07. Just popping that in there. So I already went ahead and applied my lipstick. You could go for your everyday nude or whatever, but I just wanted to really spice it up a wee bit, just to make it a wee bit fun, just because it is a fun sort of makeup look. So yeah, this is the finished look, and I'm a wee bit annoyed at the fact that my camera is absolutely brutal and it's not picking up how gorgeous the red tones and stuff are in this, so I'm really sorry about that. So yeah, this is the finished look, and please give the video a big massive thumbs up if you have enjoyed it, and leave your wee thoughts in the comment box below on what you would like to see next, etc. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you already haven't. It would mean the absolute world to me. I will leave everything listed in the description box below, along with all my social medias. I will also leave Ciara's webpage in the description box also, so you guys can go and check out her page, and you will be able to purchase the range of her brushes on there. She has loads of different brushes from the Goddess collection, etc, etc. The ones that I've used today, they're absolutely fantastic. She's also teaches, so you will be able to go on and check out all the courses that she has up for grabs. She teaches the likes of bridal, special effects, advanced courses, beginners courses, etc, etc. So don't forget to check out her webpage. So yeah guys, that is me signing off here. So once again, I hope you have enjoyed it, and don't forget to subscribe. Bye.